Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
Okay, a couple quick ones here before we get to my Trump audio, because it's a big night.
Oh, that is tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, we're going to do a little debate prep. Someone that I can almost promise you Sarah Hepola has written about before has passed away at the age of 79. This is Texas icon Kinky Friedman.
Oh.
Friedman.
You ever meet him?
R.I.P. No.
That's
He's ran
surprising
for
to me.
governor.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Austin, kicking around Austin for a long time.
Yeah, singer, songwriter, sort of comedian, I guess. Always had a cigar. There was probably a time when you're first starting out in your political infancy, like 17, 18, or for Dan, 51, where any third-party candidate, you don't know how impossible it is. So I'm like, Ralph Nader, this guy kicks ass. Like, I think he can do it. And he'd get like 4% of the vote. That's how I was with Kinky Friedman when he'd run. Because he's like, oh, this guy's not a politician. He's got a cigar. He's the marshal at the Greenville Avenue parade that I'm going to, at 18.
I
and he
appreciate
would get 3% of the vote.
But I like the criteria you have for your president.
Yeah. Hey.
Cigar.
So what you got to do
People
is,
have gotten it done with less.
You got to get him to win one of the parties.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that would have been Trump in the past.
They need the machine behind him.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So his official X account confirmed this death with this very Kinky Friedman-esque statement. Kinky Friedman stepped on a rainbow at his beloved Echo Hill, surrounded by friends and family.
Beautiful.
It
That
really
is beautiful.
Kinkster endured tremendous pain and unthinkable loss in recent years, but he never lost his fighting spirit and quick wit.
He did lose the fight, though, in the end.
Technically, this round goes to whatever disease he was afflicted with. There was a man arrested for a shooting in Irving that took place earlier this week. It happened inside a Chick-fil-A. And if I had to rank for you the restaurants where I would be surprised that somebody murdered two people, Chick-fil-A would be really, really low on the list. Maybe the lowest.
All right, let's.
I'm going to disagree.
What's the top of the list?
Burger King. Number 2 is Popeyes. Even though it's one of my favorite fast food chains, possibly my favorite, number 2 is Popeyes.
I'm going to disagree just because they have a really long drive-through line.
But they're quick with it,
So
though.
people
They're so
run in
quick.
there like, hey, I got to avoid that line. I'm going to
But-
run in, and now there's this big line in there.
But they do the two-line system, but at some point you got to merge,
Yeah.
and people are
People
real
will
dicks
cut you
about
off
it.
in there, and then the guy that has to wait, and now you're behind him, but you already got your food.
Yeah, that's tough.
So
I
wait,
hate
was
that.
it inside the
This one was
facility?
inside. No word on whether or not this man had been frustrated by the drive-through line and then went inside. Yeah, it's
Why is he not wearing a shirt?
that day it was not his pleasure. They still do that bit, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they do. You ever
You know what? I'm going to start protesting Chick-fil-A over this. Talk about things that went away culturally.
Yeah, the problem was their food was too good.
Yeah, and a relatively good price.
Like, at first, it's like, yeah, we're going to boycott because they're, like,
Not
anti-gay
anymore.
and stuff. Yeah, okay. Wait. So then we can't go there ever?
Yeah.
And then people are going there on the sly.
Don't
Yeah.
you also think that
Eating
if
like
you
Russell Westbrook in that one meme. Where
Yeah.
sneaking a,
Like, you could be gay, and you're like, look, it's the chicken.
Well, even in
the chicken's not gay.
even in Silicon Valley, the Satan worshippers brought in a tray of chicken minis or whatever.
Yeah.
They said it's the Lord's chicken, but damn, it's good.
That's the episode that Melania's in. The love of my life outside of Charlotte.
Yeah, she's great.
And
She was
Cameron,
Guilfoyle's girlfriend,
how
which
many
was
do you
like
get?
the least believable thing of all time.
We've talked to her. I booked her.
You did.
Milana, not Melania.
Milana. Not,
Wait, who's Melania? That's Trump?
yeah. My bad. Do you wear your glasses outside in the morning?
Yeah.
Have we talked about this already? Because it's happened to me every morning now. We're getting glass fog. The heat advisory will extend through today.
Like it's just so hot when you walk outside.
So humid.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gross.
It sucks so bad. They're all fogged up. You try to wipe them off. Now they're all dirty. It It was like 104 the other morning, and I just walked inside my house and said to my wife, "Why do we live here?"
Was that like 2 days ago? I think I know the
about
day.
that, yeah.
Just because you try to get up earlier too, you could beat that, but you can't beat it now. No.
You can't.
Why do we live here? We don't have to. We can go live in Colorado.
Yeah, why don't you live in Colorado?
And then we could just do DFW sports talk still.
Yeah, my kids are young enough to where
Yeah, they don't have any
mind.
ties yet.
they don't exactly love the heat either. By the way, these are the sort of things, the heat advisory being extended through today into tomorrow, these are the sort of things I want to hear from Scott Padgett about.
Well, maybe Victoria is actually busy telling us about the cold,
weather?
the cold front.
The heat index?
Did you say the heat advisory ends tomorrow? Like it's going to be better?
I think it's better as far as them saying you could die if you're outside. It's not going to be quite that bad.
Isn't this the kind of heat that your dad will mow his acre?
Yeah.
Like,
With a push mower.
He's a grinder.
yeah.
Guy's an animal.
Side note, I gotta own up to something. I forgot to call my dad on his birthday on Tuesday.
Like all day?
Yeah.
We should have called him on the show.
I didn't have him in my. We talked about him that day, and I didn't even think about it.
Oh.
I didn't have that one in my calendar, I guess, or that calendar populated. I called him yesterday, and yeah,
Did he?
he shrugged it off.
Did he
but,
point it out?
No.
Do you think it hurt him?
I feel
Yeah,
like
I do. I feel like it hurt him, but he would never tell me that, and I felt so bad about it. And because I'm like the good one about that. My brother, he ain't calling. But me, I've been pretty good about it for forever, even though I don't care at all about people's birthdays.
Yeah, and I think. Yeah, I wonder how I think I would be fine with it. Like
I
I don't
think
want
you'd
my
be fine with
birthday
it.
acknowledged. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it bothered him. So, anyways, tough break, old chapster.
How can we make it up to him? Let's get him a hooker.
Okay.
And he's already down because he's got nothing to bet on.
Well, you got
Listen, bud, he's found something.
What's he doing?
What was the thing you were talking about earlier?
Lacrosse.
Hawk
No.
to a girl?
Yeah,
Oh,
Haktua
Haktua.
girl. You know Haktua girl?
no, I don't even know what those words are.
God damn, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you living under a rock?
He's not online at all.
Reading books and
Yeah,
probably
what are you
doing?
doing? Reading books and writing articles?
Yeah,
Driving
Lame.
Rolls Royces?
Probably doing
Yeah.
The
adult
level
stuff.
of this hostility
Cadillacs
does
or
not
whatever.
match my not knowing hop to it, girl.
Boy, that's the
Hawk to it. Yeah, I saw this on your Instagram.
That's-
I didn't know what the hell it meant. I
that's
was
the
like,
Kids Bop version. Hop
Why?
to it, girl.
what does this mean?
It's a yeah, he's right.
Yeah, bring one of those every day.
It's a guy doing man on the street interviews, and he's asking women. I think it's in downtown Nashville, like in a bar district. What makes you wife material? One of the girls is like, "Oh,
Let's play it."
I'm loyal." I was stalling, but
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah, we don't. And
Okay, hold on.
they ask her. Yeah,
We can just give her the audio.
yeah, we can just play the audio.
Although maybe I should just let you recreate it.
I was gonna. I thought you
Why
might
am
want
I
to
an
hear
idiot?
it.
I'm sorry.
She says, I'm loyal. I'm a good friend. And then her friend pops in and she's like, what makes you wife material? And then she starts talking, and then he follows up with, what's one move in bed that'll make a man go crazy? And she goes, ha! Tuh!
Oh my
Spit
God.
on that thing.
Oh my God.
I might have had the order backwards. It might have been spit on that thing. Ha! Tuh!
No, you nailed it.
Yep. And now she's the most famous person on the planet right now.
Well, I
She's like
mean,
a 22-year-old
I
girl.
think you might have a different Twitter feed than I do.
You,
I
yeah,
think it's becoming increasingly clear.
you nailed it.
Yeah. Cullen County Civil Court judge has dismissed the sexual assault and defamation claims against one Dak Prescott. A couple weeks ago, it was no evidence of a crime, so the criminal charges were gone, and now it's over.
That was a very flimsy case. I remember coming on and
Yeah.
talking about that with you guys before.
Yeah, and it was a weird part of it where,
Oh, they wanted $100 million.
yeah, shoot for the moon. But the fan had the lady's attorney on,
Oh God, he was a mess.
which it was a mess. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and they're their flagship, too. And
Bold decision.
And it was the guy's first case.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
He was like just out of law school. He's like, I'm going to sue them for $100 million.
I'm gonna go after the Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
So he originally wrote zillion, and they're
Yeah.
like, that's actually not a
With
word.
a crayon.
Okay, well,
He
then
wrote it
million.
with a crayon. And then my final story here. So there's a book coming out about Trump in the apprentice years. I think it's called Apprentice in Wonderland or Apprenticeship in Wonderland. It's
Man, right before the election? That will hurt him.
I know. It doesn't focus on, I don't think, the presidential years really at all. But the guy did do all the interviews post his first term.
All right.
He went to Trump Tower maybe in 2019, and this guy had written about him as a writer in New York for a long time. And so he had a good relationship with him. Trump gave him a ton of access. And so he goes and does his interviews with him, and I don't know why this comes up. Maybe they're just talking about fame and celebrity as it is. But the guy rolled on all of it, and he went on CNN yesterday and played some of it. And here's Trump weighing in on two female celebrities.
What do you think about Taylor Swift? The most
think
famous, one of the most famous people right now.
Yeah, I think she's beautiful, very beautiful. I find her very beautiful. I think she's liberal. She probably doesn't like Trump, but I hear she's very talented. But I think she's very beautiful, actually. Unusually beautiful.
Golly, that's creepy.
So creepy. Two things obviously jump out in there. The fact that he's like, I hear she probably doesn't like Trump, rather than
Third
just
person.
me. Yeah.
No, third person is big for him.
Oh, it's huge.
But that sounds, that's weird. That sounds like he'd be talking current day, because why wouldn't she like Trump back then? Why would he, like now he's very aware of, this person, liberal,
He was mean.
probably doesn't like Trump. Like if this is way pre-2020, that just
It's not
feels
way
weird.
pre, but it's probably, like I said, I don't know. He did a ton of interviews with him in New York and at Mar-a-Lago, but it's sometime around 2018, 19, 20. And, I think most people who follow her, she hasn't been as vocal about it as she is now, but.
That's when he first started speaking politically, though? Because I don't know that back in the early Apprentice days, he was just complaining about people being liberal and stuff.
No, but he'd already been, this is.
Oh, 2020.
Yeah, I think
All
this
right,
is maybe right after he got
he
done.
He was president.
Yeah,
this
is post-presidency.
I'm sorry, I was thinking pre-presidency.
Yeah. So then he's asked about another famous.
Can we dump that or no?
Female.
We're live streaming today, so we can't dump things.
I was disappointed in Kim. With Kim,
Kim Kardashian, obviously.
I was disappointed in Kim. With Kim, I did a lot of prison reform that she couldn't get done with anybody else. I let people out of prison that I thought were deserving to be let out. And then after it was all over, she announced that she's not supporting me. And she only did that to be cool in Hollywood.
That's one of my favorite all-time burns. Is you're just trying to be cool. When somebody would say that to you in high school or something, you're like, "Fuck, they're right."
Yeah, it's hard to come back. I kind of was.
Yeah. So, debate tonight. Everywhere you can find television.
So
it's going to do huge numbers.
I heard Brian Curtis talking about the rules.
Lame.
Well, they had a coin toss.
That's awesome.
What?
So they had a coin toss, and if you win the coin toss, you get to choose either which podium you're on. So for people looking, the left or the right, or you could choose to have the closing remarks.
Okay.
Biden won the coin toss. What do you think he chose?
Closing remarks?
He chose which podium to be on.
So you'd think you'd defer to the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he picked a win, didn't he?
I would think. I guess it depends. Does he have a real weird thing on his one
That's what I was
side of his
thinking.
face?
Yeah.
But
oh yeah.
But I would think you'd want closing remarks.
Yeah.
Also, they can cut mics.
Lame.
Because of.
It's because
these
of Trump
are all
in 2016.
Trump rules.
Yes.
Yeah. Because he just will talk over you. Also, because of Trump, there's no crowd.
I think that's smart.
I think it is if you want to just find out what they say, but Trump feeds off the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, part of it.
So you're saying you think it's a disadvantage?
To Trump.
To Trump.
Yes.
You have to remember, CNN is still reeling from their very curious decision to let Trump do a town hall about a year ago.
That's right.
That got their their version of a program director fired.
Yeah.
Where they did it and clearly had not taken care of the crowd's political leanings. And it was just a bunch of people yelling, firing him up the whole time. And he didn't pay any attention. He did the bit that I think I told you where they told him, hey, you can't walk closer than the logo. There was a CNN logo in the middle, and they wanted some space in between the moderator and Trump. And somebody who wrote about it said that in commercial breaks, he would walk over and kind of like put his foot on it. It's like, what are you going to do about it, bitch? So CNN is now like, all right, we have got to try to control this uncaged beast.
That is true, but I also find crowd reactions distracting. In the same way that you wanted to see the voting on the DCC show silent.
Yeah.
I think it confuse. Like, I want to have a pure reaction to what the guys are saying instead of hearing this what may or may not be
biased crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, TV has always, I mean, there's so much bias that goes into it. It's the legendary thing that if you went to school for radio TV, did you guys study this?
Nixon, JFK?
The Nixon-Kennedy.
Nixon, yeah.
Yeah, the Nixon-JFK debate, where apparently like 70% of people who listened to it on radio, because many people did consume their media that way back then, said that Nixon won the debate. And 70% of the people that watched it on TV said that JFK won.
Yeah. Because Nixon was like sweating really bad.
Yeah, he had been sick. He's disgusting looking. He wouldn't wear makeup because he thought it was gay. But back in the early days of TV, you know, like Kennedy's like, yeah, I'll do it. And he's all hot and young and everything. And
anyways, there's your news.
Are you guys going to watch the debate?
The question is, will I watch it a second time tomorrow morning? I'm obsessed with watching Trump debate.
Why?
Because he doesn't care at all about anything. He doesn't know hardly anything he's talking about. This is like Shane Gillis's bit. Is he just like one guy's like, oh, I care about education. And the next guy's I care about religion. And then Trump's like, Ted Cruz's wife is ugly.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, okay, yeah. You got a dog wife, Ted.